Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, NATA takes action on behalf of Santa Monica FBO. Masten Space Systems introduces 2 new rockets. Sikorsky is ahead of schedule. Hello, I'm Christopher C. Odom. It's September 22nd, 2016, and this is Airborne Unlimited. Last week, 2 fixed-base operations located on Santa Monica Airport in California were given 30 days' notice of eviction. The city is taking over the operations in its continuing efforts to close the airport, or at least put it out of business. One of the FBOs, Atlantic Aviation, filed a complaint with the FAA. In a letter to the FAA, National Air Transportation Association President Martin Hiller called upon the agency to act immediately on the complaint filed last week by Atlantic Aviation over the city of Santa Monica's proposal to replace Atlantic with a proprietary FBO. According to Hiller, despite the significant investment and job creation of Atlantic Aviation at Santa Monica Municipal Airport, our member company finds itself being used as a cat's paw in the city's ongoing effort to close the airport in advance of the 2023 expiration of the current grant assurance. Among other issues, Hiller also pointed out that the city's actions are in violation of the fair and reasonableness requirement of FAA grant assurances and that safety at SMO will be compromised. Masten Space Systems has introduced 2 new rockets designed and built on the success of their predecessors, which are the Xombie, Xoie, and Xaero. On its blog, the company says it is bringing greater capability and more flexibility to better serve its partners with the new rockets. Both Xodiac, which is an open-frame structure rocket, and XaeroB, which is covered by a composite shell, share the core architecture that has powered Masten's rockets to date. Their rockets are powered by a liquid oxygen and isopropyl alcohol rocket engine that is a pressure-fed, regeneratively cooled engine. Masten says their 2 new vehicles also share many of the same components, enabling Masten to have more efficient operations and less risk of service interruption. These new rocket vehicles continue to offer the capabilities of precision vertical landing, custom flight profiles, rapid iteration, custom physical and mechanical integration, and rocket-powered station keeping. After the break, new combat rescue helicopters may be delivered early.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Redbird Flight Simulations is dedicated to revolutionizing flight training by designing, manufacturing, and delivering affordable and innovative flight training technologies. Each Redbird device is designed to enhance the training experience for pilots of all levels, from student to ATP. Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.
The Bristol Light Sport aircraft is what you are looking for. The Bristol is wider than a Cirrus, faster than a Skyhawk, offers more storage than a Husky, and comes standard with Garmin avionics. So what are you waiting for? Visit Bristol.com to find out how you can get into a Bristol today.
Welcome back. If you have a story suggestion for Airborne Unlimited, Aero-TV, our website, or podcast, just email to news-spy@aero-news.net. It's not unusual to hear about an aviation project that gets behind schedule, but this seems not to be the case with Sikorsky. Sikorsky executives say that they may be able to compress the delivery timeline on its new combat rescue helicopter by 6 months. It's reported that Sikorsky's defense division said early delivery is not only possible, but likely. Samir Mehta said that the early delivery would be not only important for the company from a financial standpoint, but also to the airmen who have been waiting for a replacement for the Pave Hawk helicopters for several years. The program calls for 112 new aircraft to replace the Pave Hawks in a combat search and rescue role. It could be worth up to $7 billion to Lockheed Martin, who is Sikorsky's parent company. It's Thursday, which means that it's time for an Aero Community Update, highlighting news and information about the incredible people and organizations that populate the Airborne Partnership Initiative behind Airborne Unlimited. This week we are talking about the Redbird Migration 2016 that is scheduled to take place October 24th through the 26th. When the name Redbird comes up, it would be easy to ask exactly who we are talking about. Could it be Redbird Skyport located in San Marcos, Texas? Redbird Flight Simulations? Or how about Redbird Flight Schools? The answer to all these questions is yes, it could be. Over the last 6 years, Migration has become the leading conference for flight training professionals, and this year promises to be even better. Hosted at the Redbird Skyport Aviation Laboratory in Texas Hill Country, Migration will feature presentations from a wide range of industry leaders and small group breakout sessions focused on providing solutions to the real-world problems facing flight schools and universities. Redbird Skyport offers a hangar that is the most unique meeting, conference, reception, and event space in the Central Texas area. When this is combined with their unique training operation and the ability to see what Redbird Flight Simulations can offer, it becomes a truly amazing experience. The A&N crew will be there to cover everything that's going on, and we'll be reporting about it on Aero-News and Airborne Unlimited. We've also been told there's going to be exciting news about something while we're there, but we'll have to wait to see what that is. After these messages, Hartzell Propellers are the choice of Red Bull racers.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
The aviation industry is full of news, and we're summarizing a few of those other great stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. The Red Bull Air Race World Championship in Hartzell Propeller will bring the exciting race series to the United States in October at the Indianapolis Speedway. For the third consecutive year, Hartzell Propeller is the propeller technical partner for Red Bull Air Race. The WACO Air Museum in Troy, Ohio, got a big surprise at the end of the first day of its annual flying last weekend. Doug Jaffe told museum officials that he was donating a 2004 WACO Classic YMF F5C 3-seat aircraft to the museum. The NBAA and Corporate Angel Network soiree on November 2nd, called An Evening with Angels, will raise funds to support the Corporate Angel Network. These funds help cancer patients access the best treatment by utilizing empty seats on existing corporate flights. The first test flight of Lockheed Martin's Legion pod on an F-15C aircraft was completed recently at Jacksonville Air National Guard Base in Florida. The Legion pod provides high-fidelity detection and tracking of airborne targets without requiring major changes to the aircraft systems. Airline weather delays seldom result in compensation, but one Delta passenger wrote a letter saying she received poor service. Her letter got through, and one department offered her $1,600 in compensation, while another department offered her $50. This could be an example of gentle pressure relentlessly applied. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now, let's get back to the rest of the news. West Palm Beach-based flight instructor Jing-Julie Wang landed her single-piston engine propeller aircraft at Addison Airport in Dallas, returning to the place from which she departed 34 days ago. She is the first Chinese person to pilot an aircraft around the world solo. Wang also becomes the first Chinese woman, indeed the first Asian woman, to circumnavigate the globe in an aircraft. Wang accomplished the westbound circumnavigation in 155 hours of flying over 17 days, with just one rest day in China after having left the U.S. mainland. Wang will be awarded what amounts to about $150,000 on behalf of AOPA and the AOPA China for being the first Chinese woman to complete an around-the-world flight. Wang is only the 9th woman to fly solo around the world, with 3 Americans, 3 British, a French, and an Australian preceding her. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited streamed daily, Monday through Friday, with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Keep flying! We'll see you tomorrow.